What's up guys, it's DJ. I got a nice little video for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about high caliber and basically what I think about it. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the controversy that covers it, whether it's skillless or not, if it's all luck based. And I'm going to give you basically my opinions on it, what guns I think you should use on it, a little in-depth of what high caliber does just in case you don't know, and also whether or not if you should even put it in your class. Okay, so let's first talk about what high caliber does. For this example, I'm going to be using the Man of War, but just realize this works with any gun that's using high caliber. But in the Man of War's case, when you shoot somebody in the head without high caliber, it takes 3 shots to kill him. Once you put high caliber on though, that goes down by a bullet to 2 shots. Now, what people may not know is that all you have to do is shoot him once in the head for that extra damage boost. So let's say you shoot him once in the body and then once in the head, that'll still only be 2 shots to kill, and vice versa. Now that's only for the Man of War's case. Let's say we're talking about a different gun. Let's use the ICR for example. If you were to shoot someone in the head without high caliber, it would be 4 shots to kill them. Now if you were to put high caliber on, it would reduce it to 3. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the controversy that's out there about high caliber. In a realistic standpoint, people say that high caliber shouldn't even be an attachment, just because in real life, if you were to get shot in the head, it would do more damage than if you were to get, let's say, shot in the shoulder. So they think this should be natural, it shouldn't be something in an attachment. And to that extent, yes, I do agree. I don't think high caliber should be an attachment, but since it is, let's talk about why I personally think it's one of the best attachments in the game. Oh, really quick, while I was recording this, I just thought it was funny, but at this moment, I really thought to myself, I was like, I just messed up. Okay, back to high caliber. The reason I personally think high caliber is one of the best attachments out there is mainly because it saved my life. I've used it just because, you know, I had that extra perk point to put on something, and I popped it on there, and I just realized how melty it makes your gun. You'd be surprised how much a difference one bullet can make as far as the kill goes. It can save your life, and it kills awfully fast. You can mow down a bunch of people if you can get a couple of them with a headshot. Not only that, but it's amazing, and I'm talking like seriously amazing against head glitchers. Especially with Treyarch games, BO3, they have made a lot of places where you can head glitch, and high caliber is an amazing natural way where you can counter them and get the edge. Now I'm not gonna lie, there is a little bit of luck involved. I mean we can all agree on that. Sometimes, you know, a headshot can be lucky, and that's another reason why people sometimes don't like high caliber, or they choose to skip it, because it's not a guarantee. High caliber isn't a guarantee that it'll improve your gun in any way. It's just one of those things where at times it can help you, but at those times when it does happen and you do get that less bullet to kill, it's so worth it. Now let's talk about another reason why I think high caliber can save your life and why I think it's a good attachment. And I'm also going to talk about what guns I recommend using them on, because there are a lot of guns you can use them on, but some are greater than others, and I'll explain that in just a second. So as far as why I think high caliber can be useful, in this game you don't have like an anti-flinch perk. There isn't like a toughness or anything like that. So what high caliber does, let's say you're shooting at someone's chest, you get flinch and then you go and you'll get like hit up to their head, you'll end that gunfight and it can save your life. Rather than, let's say you don't have high caliber and you flinch up and you don't get that extra bullet to kill, even though you hit them in the head and you end up dead. Not only in the case of flinch, but in the case of recoil, high caliber can help you. So in this gameplay, you see I'm using the Man of War. Man, the Man of War is one of my favorite guns. And the reason I use high caliber with the Man of War has it tends to recoil vertically. And when it recoils vertically, I tend to pop off a couple headshots. And like I said, that can be luck based, but thinking ahead, this can help you. And that's why I run it. So speaking of the Man of War and the usefulness of high caliber on it, let's talk about some of the guns that high caliber really shines with. So for this, I'm really going to only focus on the assault rifles. Pistols, you can use high caliber, but that's really if you're going for headshots. You want to use your creative class point for something a little better. That's my opinion though. So let's go ahead and talk about what guns I really feel benefit from high caliber. And those guns are Man of War, ICR, KN-44, the MX Garand, Shiva, and the FFAR. Now you'll notice there's actually two reasons for the guns I chose. It's either high damage or high recoil. High damage, basically for those you'll actually shorten the time to kill, which is always a good thing. You always want that. And for the high recoil, high caliber will help when the recoil pulls up towards your target's head. For the MX Garand and the Shiva, I almost say high caliber is a must. You actually reduce it from 2 shots to 1 shot if you manage to bop him in the head. Although I will say this, if you do decide to run high caliber on these two weapons, also include long barrel in your attachments choice. It'll extend the distance that high caliber is effective on those weapons. Now for the Man of War and the KN-44, those are just high damage guns with a 3-shot kill potential that can be reduced to 2, which is really powerful. For the ICR, the reason I said the ICR tends to have a low time to kill, so high caliber can just give it that extra edge. For the FFAR, the recoil will just bring you up to a headshot, easy peasy. So those are the guns I recommend using high caliber on, guys. If you haven't used high caliber before, you just skim over it. Or if you have that extra create a class point, I highly recommend giving high caliber a try, guys. And until next time, have a good one.